fajita style meat with white rice. We have some beef cooking in the pan. Welcome to Susie B's channel. And here's our beef right here. I am just going to get something to put it in. I believe it's soft enough now. We're going to check out this beef. Push that like button. I just want to show you how thin this beef gets. It's just falling apart, literally falling apart. This is a beef that was my favorite growing up. My mother used to make this, and you can see how soft it is now. It's just literally falling apart. And this is really good. You can use regular steak with this, and I just used whatever we got. So I'm not sure what cut steak this is. It's probably just like a regular steak, but you know, you have your nice sauce that's just been cooking in for hours, and you just as you can see, it's falling right apart. It's falling right apart. And this is really good meat right here. Oh my gosh, this is the best. You just get a cast iron pan. All I did was salt it, season it with seasoned salt. And that's all you need, really. I mean, unless you like other flavors, you could probably use soy sauce. You could probably use beer. It just depends. This is what I grew up with. My mom used to make it. And this is cast iron beef. Right on the stove. So you could do this out in the barbecue too if you want, but you're going to be out there for a while and you're going to go through a lot of either propane or charcoal. If you're camping, this is great to make also. Just kind of make sure you got a fire all day. And let me get a spoon. It's better. You can cook this right on a campfire. And so all this juice has been reduced over and over again. If it gets low, I just fill the water line halfway up, not to the pan, halfway to the meat. So you want half of the meat submerged while you're cooking this. And when it gets low and it actually gets down to the bottom of the pan, you just want to add more water to submerge your beef halfway, and you get a really nice dark sauce. And that's just all the flavors of the meat being reduced for a few hours. So it was like 1 when I started this, about 1:30, so 2:30, 3:30. It's about 2.5 hours I've been cooking this meat. And it is really nice. It has fallen apart. You can pull it right apart. And from this stage, you can put this in tacos. You can make. I had plans on making some red beef, but it's a little spicy, and my hubby doesn't like too much spicy. So I think I'm going to leave it like this and let him have at it when he gets home. And I'm actually going to taste a little bit of it and see how it tastes. But here's the update, because when I was making my fajita meat earlier with the white rice, I started this beef in the cast iron pan, and I'm just gonna take a little bite here and see how it tastes. Oh my God! There's something about the cast iron pan that just gives it a really nice flavor, and this sauce here, this juice, would make a great gravy. So if you want to go all out, you can cook potatoes. You can make a gravy, put this over potatoes, put the meat on the side, get some carrots, some celery, kind of have a stew-style dinner. This is great for that. But I like to just drench it in the rest of the sauce that's left, and it's perfect. So this is what you got. This is what you end up with. This is called cast iron beef. This is what I grew up. My mom used to make this for us, and this was the best beef ever. I haven't tried it with any other type of meat, pork or chicken. I've always just done beef, this style, cast iron beef, and it's really good. and it's very flavorful. It has a ton of flavor. It's not over salted, as I only just seasoned it with, maybe about a tablespoon of seasoned salt. That's it, and it flavors itself. It keeps reducing through the cooking process. The fluid, the liquid reduces, and you add more, and you get this nice darkening that happens in the pan under the meat. But when I started it, I just when it's raw, you put oil in the pan, and then you kind of brown both sides of the steak, and then you add the water after that, because it starts to leave a nice layer of beef, like a roux, like reduced beef juice. When you add the water, that just helps spread the flavor throughout the beef. And now it's got to the point where you can just literally just pull it apart. As you can see, really nice beef, really, really good stuff. So this is done. It took about 2.5 hours to get that piece of beef to break apart and be really soft and tender now. And that's cast iron beef right there. Hi, Susanna. Hi, Katangos. 2 orders for you. Okay, coming up. 2 orders for Katangos coming up. Add A1 sauce. Oh my God, yes, Rashid. Good to see you, Rashid, too. This is our family's cast iron beef. So this is what my mom used to make, and it's just so wonderful. Oh my God. You use your imagination how you want to prepare this, how you want to fix it, what you want to fix it with. But if you have tacos, if you have flour tortillas, corn tortillas, just slap this inside of a tortilla, add your lettuce, tomato, cheese, your onions, cilantro, or you can make taquitos with this. You can make little taquitos, or they're also called, I believe, flautas. But you can make chimichangas with this. If you want a fried burrito, put this in a flour tortilla with cheese, and you can saute some onions. Throw that all together, fold it up like a burrito, and then put a little oil in your pan, and brown the tortilla, make it crispy. And you can put some sauce right over it, or make it with, like how the restaurants prepare it. They serve it usually with rice and beans. I do have some black beans that I cooked in the crock pot yesterday. So we have a little black beans. My hubby said he wants to eat some black beans. He was kind of craving some black beans. So I made him some black beans, onions with garlic, and some prosciutto, because we didn't have any bacon. So, but we did have a little bit of prosciutto left, and it's pretty much the same thing. It's salted pork, sliced very thin, and I put that in the beans, because that's how I was raised. We usually used ham hocks. We used a ham hock in our pot of beans, but that was for a family of 6. So it's just us 2 and the few slices of prosciutto, and I actually used a very tiny little crock pot, and I'll show you the crock pot I cooked them in. Literally this little crock pot right here. You can see it compared to the size of my hand. It's really small. It's this cute little thing. My hubby got it for me for the 5th wheel, and I use it for. It's really small, so I put in maybe about a cup of beans, maybe a cup, maybe a half a cup. And I put the onions in there. I put a whole garlic and the prosciutto all in here, and I filled it with water to like here. And it cooked for, gosh, about 4 hours. And this little crock pot doesn't cook that long. It actually, after the cooking is done, it goes to warm. So I had to reset it about 4 times, and it finally broke the beans down long enough to where they were soft. But this is my little crock pot that I cooked the beans in yesterday, and they came out really good. Really, really, really good. Nice little thing. You can actually bake in here too. Make little cakes in here, bread, I believe. So this is kind of a multi little crock pot. But hey, Care Cam, does your hubby drink beer? What kind? He doesn't really drink beer. I haven't really seen him ever really drink beer. He does like vodka though. So yeah, but this is called cast iron beef, and it literally falls apart. Literally falls apart. So 2.5 hours I was cooking it. So since about 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4. So yeah, it's about 2.5 hours. And this is cast iron beef. This is how my mother used to make it for us, and she still does if we go visit her. And if we get all the ingredients, she'll cook it definitely. But she's at the age where we cook for her now. So if I'm over there visiting her, I'm definitely in the kitchen cooking up some goodies for her. Some good old-fashioned comfort food that she hasn't had in a while. And she really loves it when I bring back her own recipes back to the table that she's not able to really cook because her eyesight is poor and stuff like that. But she really loves when I bring back her recipes and bring it to the table. She loves that. So this is cast iron beef. I just wanted to share with you all. This is how it came out because I started it earlier in the last live with the fajita style meat with rice. And I started this cast iron beef, and I told everyone in the last live that I would come back and show you the finished dish once it was done. So as you can see, it's just like shredded beef now. It's wonderful. It's just delicious. It smells delicious. It tastes delicious. And you're going to really like this. It's so easy too. Just get a piece of steak, any kind of steak. I don't know if this works with like that really tough cut of steak. What is that called? What's that tough? Is it the brisket? Where it's really tough and you have to cook it for so long. It might work with even the toughest beef. But I just use a steak, even at the cheapest cut steak that you can buy at the store that's tough. Cook it this way, and I guarantee you it's going to be I've used all different types of steaks, so I'm speaking from experience. I've used poor quality steak where it's just real tough, and then they kind of put it on sale. They just want to get rid of it. That's the stuff that I buy, and I cook it like this. I cook it for 2.5 hours in water. But like I said, when you put it in the pan and it's raw, I just seasoned it with seasoned salt on both sides. I put oil in the pan, let the oil get hot, throw your steak in there, listen to the sizzle for a while. You want to brown it on one side and then brown the other side. And once both sides are browned, add water and submerge your steak halfway in water and put it on medium heat and let it go. Keep an eye on it because the water will evaporate. And you need to keep an eye on it. So every 15 minutes, depending on how strong your stove is, you want to keep an eye on this because if it evaporates totally, you'll start getting a burn layer on the bottom of your pan, and then that'll affect the flavor. So just keep an eye on it. I just put a timer on the stove, and I put like every 15 minutes I check it. And the last stages of the cooking of this, I check it. More frequently and to make sure that the water is not totally evaporated. But this is plenty of water. You might end up with more water, but this is perfect because you have a little juice to work with. You have enough juice to make a gravy, and it just comes out really cool. And Mimi Wench, and served over a baked potato. Oh my God, yes, a baked potato would be lovely. Nice buttery baked potato. You like Deep Eddy's grapefruit vodka? Oh, I haven't tried that. That sounds good. I have an apple vodka, which is really nice. And so that's what you get. This is what cast iron beef looks like. It's really similar to cooking like in the crock pot, but except you get the brown. You get the reducing of the liquids while you're cooking your meat. The liquids reduce. All of the flavor goes into the juice, and it's steaming, and you're turning the meat as it's cooking. And then at this stage, it starts to break apart really nice. And I'm just uh, quenching the meat with the juices that lie beneath it, which is just the loveliest thing ever. It's starting to just soak up all the juice, so it's really nice, really nice. You get a really nice meat. It's ready to go. It's ready to eat a taco. It's ready to put over a potato. Served with mashed potatoes with the side of veggies. And you certainly have enough fluid left over, the juice, to start you a beautiful roux, to make a nice gravy. So that's the cast iron beef, and I wanted to just share it with everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. It looks like pulled pork. Yeah, it sure does. It's really similar to pulled pork. The consistency of it once you cook it for the amount of time that I just shared with you, which is about 2.5 hours. Because it was like it was a kind of a steak about this big, and then it had a smaller steak next to it. So it took about 2.5 hours for that. I can't tell you how many ounces it weighed, but it was just a kind of this size, and maybe about that thick. And so 2.5 hours, it cooked down, and it's like pulled pork. So it literally just falls apart. You can pull it apart. It's tender. It's flavorful. It's juicy, and it's ready to go. So whatever side you want to make with this, whatever you like, your veggies, you like your starches, a salad. You can put this in a nachos. I mean, you could make a taco salad with this and sprinkle this in with your beans, your meat, your cheese, your lettuce, your onions, your tomatoes, sour cream. You definitely can do that. This goes great in tacos, just regular tacos. If you like it Mexican style street tacos, you just cut up some cilantro and some onions diced, and drizzle that on top of your taco on top of this meat, and a squeeze of lime or a squeeze of lemon, and you're ready to go. You have a beautiful, wonderful street taco. Yeah, try it. Definitely try it. This is a great recipe. My mom always cooked for us, and I call it. We never really had a name for it, but I'm calling it like what it is: cast iron beef. So you get a nice finish. It's shredded. It's soft. It's tender. It's flavorful, and you have a little juice left over to make a gravy to accentuate it, or to pour on top of your potatoes if that's just your side dish. But definitely try this at home. You're gonna love it. It's a homemade dish that we made growing up. It's a nice homemade recipe, and I don't know where my mom learned how to do this. She did work in a hospital, and I know that she incorporated a lot of new dishes into the menu, and they just loved my mother there. They loved her. She's very inventive when it comes to food, and she was always bringing new ideas home and showing us how to make new dishes. So it was just awesome uh, growing up with my mother, and she worked in the kitchen for over 10 years for the hospital. So we got to try a lot of unique dishes. It was really neat. I feel really lucky. What steak is it? It's any kind of steak, GT. So any kind of steak you have in your freezer, just pull it out. I always get the 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 special buys in the store, and the cheapest kind of steak, but it just looked like kind of like uh, kind of steak. It was just like a regular steak. It actually looked like a tough piece of steak. Just any kind, any cut. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it was. I don't think it was a sirloin. It was it's too wide, but it was like just a big cut of steak. Not, it wasn't a T-bone. I don't think it was a sirloin. It was another cut. And usually when they go on sale, we stock up on the steaks. So we got steak in the freezer, and I just thought I'd pull one out instead of ordering out. I'm gonna cook something. So this is what we have, and my hubby, he likes to eat his protein with his bread and butter. So I didn't make a side because he probably won't eat it. He doesn't do too much starch, so he can do with this meat whatever he wants. Oh, thank you, Mimi. Thank you very much. Yeah, like yeah, that'll work. A thick rump. Yes, and it's just done slow in the frying pan. So you put oil in the pan. All I seasoned it with was seasoned salt, and it has the most wonderful flavor. Both sides, and get the oil hot. Put your steak in there, listen to it sizzle, and brown both sides. And once it browns both sides, then you put water in your pan and you submerge the steak halfway in water, and you just keep an eye on it for about 2.5 hours, and your steak will come out like this. Just keep an eye on it. If you walk away too long, the water will evaporate and it'll start to burn, and then you'll get that burn flavor. So make sure you keep an eye on it. Put a timer on for when you start it, for like, every 15 minutes. Just keep an eye on your water and make sure it just doesn't evaporate completely. But you want to cover it. I use this lid right here, and make sure it's completely covered. You'll get some of the steam will escape, and that's why you got to keep an eye on your water. So you want to let it escape, because then what's happening with the liquid is it starts to reduce, like you're making you're reducing a sauce. It starts to reduce, and all those flavors are captured in that liquid. And when it gets down to the bottom of the steak, add more water and submerge the steak again halfway until the very last, like 20 minutes of your 2.5 hours, maybe 30 minutes. Just keep an eye on the water, lower it down. It was on medium cooking the whole time, but I lowered it down to low the last 30 minutes. That way you don't lose so much water and you end up with water with your reduced liquid when it's done. Hi, Frankie. Yep, it's just done slow for 2.5 hours, GT. Oh gosh, you got to try it. It's wonderful. It's the best. It's really good meat. I mean, I think this is kind of like restaurant quality meat. I don't know if they make it like this. They probably make it. I know when I worked in a restaurant, we did prime rib, but I mean, it wasn't steak like this, and we did it in the oven. But I've never seen a restaurant make meat like this. So I don't know um, if you can, if this is how they prepare it, but this is really good. And you can do it right from your house. You can do it right at home. You can do it camping. You can do it outside. You can do it on the grill, on the charcoal, with charcoal briquettes. I wouldn't do this with propane, because you're going to be cooking for 2.5 hours. Unless you got wood that you can burn, you can make this outside. I would love to have made this outside. Hopefully in the future, I'll have a small section, a small kitchen outside that I can cook outside. So I would love to do that. I love cooking outside, especially on cast iron. Oh, okay, yeah, try that with chicken. Like I said, I haven't tried any other types of proteins before. I've only always done this with steak. Rashad says, "Hi, Frank. Iron skillets are awesome, huh, Frankie? Yeah, I love cooking in them. I'm gonna turn off this so it's not so loud. But yeah, so this is cast iron steak, and as you can see, it just shredded apart in the beginning. Go back and watch and see how wonderful and lovely it just fell right apart. You can shred it. So that's the end result of this cast iron beef. And you can get all fancy too, and take your beef out, and with the broth that you have left, you can add a little cornstarch with water and pour it in there and make it glazy. If you want to, make it glazy and pretty and shiny, and serve it with bean sprouts, or kind of make it into kind of like a stir fry with veggies, or you can go fancy and make it all shiny and glazy and pretty, and there's a lot of things you can do with that. Hello, Don Juan. Mimi says, cast iron skillet is the best and keeps your skillet seasoned. Yes, and with the wonderful flavors. I wish you can taste this. It's just a wonderful. You don't even have to like season it with anything else other than seasoned salt. That's all I use. I mean, I believe my mom used just regular salt, just salt and pepper maybe. I don't remember her putting pepper, but I know she salted it somehow. And I use seasoned salt, and that's just the best. You can't go wrong with seasoned salt. And like I said, I just put like a tablespoon throughout the whole piece of meat that I used, which was just a kind of a piece like this, and then there was another little piece next to it. There was probably about that big next to it. So about a tablespoon for the whole thing, front and back, or top and bottom, and that's all I did. So there's your cast iron beef, and try this at home. I hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching Susie B's channel. Push that like button, and push subscribe if you want to see more, and push that notification bell so you know the next time I go live, especially when I'm in the kitchen. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all, and let me just say goodbye to everybody. And thank you. I'm Susie B. Hello. That's my cast iron steak, and it's very delicious. You got to try it. I'm going to cover it so it doesn't dry out, evaporate even more. But my hubby's going to love that I made this. And you walk outside, because I had the fan, the vent going. And you walk outside, and you smell the steak. He's gonna smell it in the garage. He's gonna smell it when he pulls up in the driveway. So it definitely does a beautiful aroma around your house, all the way outside, and your neighbors are gonna smell it. They're gonna be like, "What are you making?" So thanks for watching. Try this at home. It's cast iron steak, for like 2.5 hours. You're gonna love it. Try it at home, and have a wonderful Sunday. We'll see you guys later.